An extremely large crowd of people out on the streets of New York City this evening. Of course, they're upset about the charges that were filed against one officer in the Breonna Taylor case and not the other two officers who are involved.
I went to my first protest ever this summer.
You know they sanctioned to kill us, and you said them let it do it.
I think growing up black in America, you obviously have seen images and videos of black people being killed at the hands of law enforcement. But I think this time around, after that video of George Floyd, that gave me this urge to go out and speak up. And each day I went out, I started to find my voice and was starting to figure out what I wanted to say, and people were listening to it.
They are trying to strike fear in our hearts. We are peacefully protesting. Don't break your peace. Stay strong.
Not only were people listening to it, but they were following it.
What's going to happen to me? What's going to happen to your black and brown friends?
You know, when we're protesting, that's pointed towards our local elected officials. I'm trying to inspire and push people to enact real change on a local level, because that's where we'll feel it. That's where we'll see it.
We don't get it. If we don't get it. So if we don't get it. My name is Chi Ossé, and I'm running for New York City Council District 36, and we're gonna shut this shit down.
We are going to interview with Kix the Killa, who's a queer rapper for an organization called Rave the Vote, which is a virtual party that is trying to inspire and get young people to go out and vote for the election in November.
What's good, everybody? This is your boy Kix the Killa, and this is Rave the Vote, and today I'm sitting down with...
Hi, my name is Chi Ossé. I'm running for New York City Council District 36. I'm 22 years old. Get active. Let's go out and vote.
Yeah, let's do that, even with the hangover. Okay, so let's dive straight into these questions.
Music and fashion and culture in general plays a huge role in my life. It created who I am. And I'm also taking that to this race. You know, politics is theater, and theater is art. And everything that we're bringing to this campaign visually is with that intention. We use the colors red and black. I think red is the color of a revolution. We're trying to make this the loudest local election that exists. Gen Z is a generation of revolutionaries, of modern revolutionaries. And I think most of that drive comes out of being underestimated. And we have this passion to prove people wrong.
I'm trying to tell everyone that you need to go out there, you need to get registered. We don't really have that much time left for us to not be participating in this election or any election after that.
A lot of people will come at me on the internet or in interviews about, are you qualified to run for this job? Politics and government does not intimidate me. I think I'm coming in with a fresh mind. I want to renew the trust that people have with their elected officials. I'm going in with values and ideas that represent what the people want. And as long as I stay true to that, I think I will get things done.
This November, get out to the polls, make your voice heard, do what you gotta do.
Period.
Period. Copy and paste.
Yeah. Could we get a quick picture, Katia, on my phone?
My PR manager, executive assistant, and my heart, Katia.
Do I look good?
Yeah, of course, always.
Thanks, Katia.
I met Katia through protesting. She was wearing this like lime green ski mask, and she had this warming energy. Katia founded Warriors in the Garden with us, and you know, as I started to transition into my campaign, I asked her to be a part of the team, you know, because of the work that she does and seeing how much of a hard worker she is, and needed that energy behind me.
When I found out she was running for office, I was inspired. I mean, he's a black man in America. He's queer, he's 22. I feel like He represents what Gen Z and millennials are right now. He's literally the manifestation of that, right? He's a creative, he's an activist, and now a future politician. I love social justice. I've always been trying to figure out like how I could help the world be a better place. It's what I feel like I was destined to do. So when I found out that she was running, I really wanted to be on board.
Hi, Uber for Katia? Thank you.
We just wrapped up at Rave the Vote. Now we're going to do voter registration and canvassing in my district.
Let's get out of the way. This is very grassroots.
Yeah, very grassroots. This place is not getting that much traffic. This way over here.
I'm down to go over there, but do you think there's enough street space to set up?
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
it.
I'm running for city council in this district. Oh yeah.
Of course we can. Black businesses, support black businesses all 2020.
This wind is gonna be a bitch.
So where's your business cards, Chi?
In my pocket. I should have brought more, shouldn't I? I brought like maybe 20 of them.
Oh yeah, you should have brought more.
Excuse me, miss, are you registered to vote in the district? You're not? Would you like to register to vote? Excuse me, sir, are you registered to vote in the district? Excuse me, miss, are you registered to vote in the district? Would you like to register to vote? Excuse me, sir, are you registered to vote in the district?
We canvass on Fulton and Nostrand to be visible. Those are my constituents. You know, we are trying to register voters, obviously, but we also want to talk to them about how they feel about the neighborhood.
Are y'all registered to vote in the district?
You get a lot of no's at first, and that sometimes can be discouraging, but all it takes is one yes and one conversation that gives you that boost to continue.
You gonna try to make it better?
Definitely, I mean, that's the hope of why I'm jumping into the race.
I got 2 kids and my kids are grown. I got a 34 and I got a 30-year-old.
Do they live around here too?
Yes, they do.
Tell
And I
them
got
to
2
vote in the election
grandchildren.
as well. They registered to
do
vote?
Yes, they are.
Absolutely. Are you registered to vote in this district, sir? Do you live around here?
Yeah, I'm actually registered in Manhattan.
Oh, okay. Why are you registered in Manhattan?
My son lives here.
So I'm running for city council in this district.
Oh, you are?
I am. My name is Chi Ossé. Here, I have a business card right here.
Okay.
Definitely pass that on to your son.
My son, you might know who my son is. Ever hear Stretch Armstrong, the DJ?
One of the constituents that I engaged in the conversation with was Stretch Armstrong's dad, who I found out was a friend of my dad's. It's crazy how small this city is.
I definitely want to urge, especially young voters, to vote in November, but we need to vote in every election that exists, you know, especially on a local level.
Well, you know, there's some countries where you legally have to vote.
I know.
That's the way it should be in
There
this
should be
country.
that here,
Yeah,
but
you get penalized for not voting.
But the thing is, this country likes for people not to vote.
There are multiple people that have hit me up and have reached out to me that were friends with my dad or a listener to his show. And it's amazing to see how strangers are offering their support to me.
Thank you so much. Be safe out here.
It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We have a special guest in the building.
That's right, the host of one of my favorite podcasts, the Combat Jack Show.
Yo, what's
Mr.
up?
Combat Jack.
What's up? Salutes, man. Thanks for having me.
My dad, Chi Ossé, aka Combat Jack, was a pioneer in hip-hop podcasting. He was an entertainment attorney and a great father. He passed away in 2017. Yeah, it's only been 3 years. I wish he was here to witness what I'm doing, but he taught me a lot while he was here, in terms of music, in terms of politics, in terms of just everything. His voice was very powerful and influential, and a lot of people listened to him. I think that was his strongest tool, and I think it's starting to become mine.
Do you have a couple minutes to chat about the neighborhood? My name is Chi. I'm running for city council in this district.
While we were canvassing, I just saw this huge, tall man walking down the street, and I was kind of like, who is that? And then I realized who it was. And I was like, not trying to interrupt Chi, but super excited as well. I I was like, Chi.
I'm in that room.
I see the city council right now.
Yeah, that is the city councilman. He's right there.
That's awesome.
He's right there.
Hi, how are you? Guess what? He's running for city council.
How's it going, Mr. Carnegie? Councilman, how are you?
The fact that he stopped and spoke to us and really gave us some encouraging words, it was just a beautiful moment. That kind of like solidifies what we're doing, and like the fact that she is supposed to be running. I'm big on signs, and I thought that was such a huge sign, right?
You're doing the right thing, and this is the hub of activity, so you're right where you're supposed to be.
Right.
And I appreciate the fact that you're starting it with voter registration and with those kind of things. That's one of the things that we don't have enough of, is people committing themselves to getting more people to vote. So we just want to keep on grinding.
Exactly.
And we rely on our young folks like y'all. Me saying it, I'm a politician. Like, no matter what, like nobody wants to hear from, with all due respect.
Yeah. but I'm not there yet.
Right, but young people taking your voice and elevating the idea, if you believe in it. I mean, think about it.
My current city councilman is Robert Carnegie. He is term limited, so the seat is open. That was another reason why I did jump into this race. I think it's harder to run against an incumbent, but it just seemed like perfect timing. We need radical change. And next year in New York City is a pivotal year. There's a mayoral race. There are 35 city council seats out of 51 city council seats up for election. We have a chance to change the tides of where we want New York to go. If we can set the progressive precedent for what politics should look like here in New York City, I believe we can do that for the rest of the state, and hopefully, optimistically, we could do that for the rest of the country. Tonight, we are going to my community garden and screening a movie. It's important for me to talk to my community in person so that they know who I am.
You've seen those like tweets on Twitter where there's like an asteroid hitting Earth, and they were like, "What would you do in this moment?" And someone like retweets, "Vote, vote hard."
I'm running on 3 philosophies: reimagination, reinvestment, and renewal. We need to reimagine many of our systems that have failed us. New York City is the wealthiest city in this country, and the city council delegates the budget. There's a $96 billion budget here in New York. As someone that has grown up in a predominantly black neighborhood, I've been told there's not enough money for public education. There's not enough money for public housing. There's not enough money for infrastructure. There is enough money. It's just being used for the wrong reasons.
How's everyone doing tonight? Awesome. I don't know how many of you know me, but my name is Chi Ossé. I grew up literally down the block.
And we need elected officials that will stand up and represent our values and our ideals and reinvest into our communities.
I appreciate the hospitality from Miss Hazel and this community garden, and I'm excited to start this movie. Thank you.
I'm sure he'll be here in like 15 minutes, right? So this morning we had a meeting at the bakery, Chi's Mom's Bakery, and all the team members were there except for Chi. So that was a problem for a second. So I was freaking out.
So I'll just do a quick recap of what we did this week. Wednesday, we had our table set up with our banner. I went out with voter registration forms, Katia and Chi did, and they went right on Fulton and Nostrum where the mural is, and Robert Carnegie walked up.
I saw that.
It was absolutely random too.
Yeah, just random. He's walking down the street and he came
we
up.
need to say that doesn't mean he's supporting Chi though. just say he won't.
Yeah, he's not endorsing, but he was supporting what he was doing. He said, "I'm so glad you're out here actually doing something for the community instead of just going around handing out flyers and talking about yourself." He's like, "This is exactly what you should be doing."
Yo, Ty. Cheers.
I'm so sorry, everyone. It's been a crazy morning. I woke up and was like, I hope it's 8 a.m. I hope it's 8 a.m. Checked the phone. It was like 11:50 something. And multiple calls and texts from Katia. But, I pulled it together.
Y'all, thank you so much for coming out. I really appreciate everyone showing up this afternoon. And just all the hard work that you've put in general.
My team is different. I'm a different candidate, but we're people. We need people in office, not politicians. We need people that represent us, our ideas, our personalities.
But it's also a different font, right?
It is a different font.
Paul Spring is my campaign manager. He's been with me since day one. It was another inspiration to jump into this race. He's amazing. Ty Allen is my senior advisor. He's an elder in the community, and it's great to have his voice.
By elder, how old does elder?
I think he's 50 something. I announced on Juneteenth. What is that, 3 months now? It's been crazy, and I've learned so much, and I'm learning so much.
A little bit of canvassing.
I'm still figuring out my groove, but we're doing well, and I love this rhythm that we're getting in. My race is next June of 2021. We are trying to be as visible as we possibly can be and do work for the community. I think local elections are quiet for a reason, and that's what we're trying to change. We're trying to be as loud as we possibly can with this race. Protest is definitely integral in my life. It's the reason why I'm running. It's therapy. It's important for the noise to continue. It's important for us to be heard. We keep us safe by standing out for each other, standing up for each other, speaking up for each other. And we do that at protests and at marches.
If you're supposed to protect and you're supposed to serve, where's your mask?
Yes, protest is so important, but it's a multifaceted fight. We need to be protesting. We need to be posting on social media. We need to be calling our elected officials. We need to be voting. And we also need to be running for office.